Welcome along, everybody, to practice 3 for the 2026 Formula 1 Barcelona Catalunya Grand Prix, the final practice session before we get into qualifying. And I'm not gonna lie, I think obviously Mercedes are at the top, but it's good to see McLaren back in the mix. Let's see where Ferrari are at. Let's see where Red Bull are at. It's kind of like the first proper weekend in a long time. We obviously had Monaco, which is an outlier with the street circuit, and then we had 2 sprint weekends and then a big break with a lot of upgrades. So yeah, I think this is like going to be interesting to see what this qualifying turns out to be. It's very hot at the track today as well, and the tires were getting absolutely fucked yesterday, so we'll see how that plays out today. But yeah, welcome in everybody. If you do hear this how it works, you got my face here, you got the live timings here, you got the session timer down the bottom left, and you've got Twitch chat that you can type in. So if you're watching right now on YouTube, come join us on Twitch. We are live for every single Grand Prix weekend for every session. So we'll be live later on today for quali. In between qualifying though, we've got the F2 sprint race, and we've also got our F1 fantasy to do. And then after qualifying today, we're going to be watching Le Mans. We're going to be watching the 24-hour of Le Mans. J Daddy, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. All right, session about to begin. Let's get into it. Let me unmute my broadcast. There we go, there we go, there we go. Normal practice 3 experience of no one being in their car ready to go out. Nice, nice. We got a first Piagazzi. It's a Franco Colapinto. Cut out. Her top is very see-through. That is not great for TV. What's up to in chat? Lapis, what is up, dude? Press the play button, Discord. Wait, what? AI slop or real. Zach, the opposite of useless bro, bought McLaren back. Exactly. Dirk's got 5 plays grid permit for both feature and sprint. Oof. So everyone was only useful to throw Sahadi's shade at Christian Horner. He's useless now. I disagree, man. I disagree. Zach brought McLaren back from the trenches. All right. Timer is up. Get synced on up. Saddle. Save the follow. Oh, thank God the team colors are back. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it looks way better on the broadcast now. Have you fully signed up for the streaming university? Oh, I forgot. I need to edit my video for that. I recorded it. Liam Cook today. V-Carb quick. Let's hope. Let's hope. Get in the car. Get in the car right now. Stop yapping. Get in the car. You missed out on time yesterday because your engine broke down. Get in the car. Where do you watch Le Mans? Le Mans is on WEC Plus. Bottas is ready. Yeah, these Bottas are on track. My goat. As a delusional Max fan, do you think he can still win the World Driver Championship? I'm delusional. I'm the opposite delusional. So to answer your question, no. He will not be winning the championship. 7 more races plus 6 kg scrapes off next race. I mean, look, obviously you never say never. Like last year, he obviously came back, but there was a lot of things that were at play last year. This year, you got a more dominant team in Mercedes. Everyone's developing. You know what I mean? Like, the reason that happened last year was because everyone else stopped developing except for Red Bull. That was the main reason. Never say never. Did Osh use the new engine? What, yesterday? I actually don't know, man. It's too hard to keep up. They're always swapping engines in and out. I think McLaren got this in the bag. They look quick as fuck. A lot of people predicted that McLaren would be on top once we get to Barcelona. Obviously, we had Monaco, which was a very poor weekend for them. So we'll see if that's true here in Barcelona. Can Kimi beat Max most wins in a row record? I hate that question. Nothing against you personally. I hate that question. I think even thinking about Kimi, you shouldn't even be thinking about Kimi beating the win record. Because if he does do it, it's going to spoil it. If Kimi's able to beat the win record with a competitive teammate in a random as fuck field with new regs, that would be insane. So even thinking about it now at 5 wins, I just don't think is fair on Kimi. Once we get to 7 wins, we can think about it. 5, way too early, man. 5's way too early. Reckon Kimi will win the Spanish GP? Might get McLaren for fantasy. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see how practice 3 plays out. I'm really concerned about the tires, man. The tires really fucking piss me off. Like, the tires being so bad means, like, I don't know, like, how are you meant to know what the fucking race pace is in the daggers? You've seen 3 stops finally? Nah, probably not 3 stops. 2 stop at least, I think Max will challenge for the title in 2027. If that title is sitting on the couch and sim racing at home, then yeah. Nah, I don't know. I think Max will stay for next year, but I don't know, man. It's so hard to tell. It's too hard to tell. We're literally in race. I don't know. I don't know if I'm being a boring content creator here and I should start like clip farming, but like, bro, we're what, 6 races in? Is it 6 or 7? Yeah, we're literally 6 races in to a 24 race season. We're a quarter. We're a quarter of the way through the season. And I'm starting to hear championships done. Kimi Antonelli's won the championship. This, assumption, this conclusion. Hell no. It's been fucking 6 races. 22 races now. If you guys want to get particular with me, I'll throw in the fact that I think we're getting 1 to 2 races added back onto the calendar. All right? All right? Did people not learn their lesson last year when Oscar was clear? I still remember Portimao, race 2 or 3 of the season in 2021. I still remember some dude saying, F1's so boring, another Lewis Hamilton championship. And I was like, bro, are we watching the same thing? Like, Max seems pretty decent this year. Well. Can Lewis win the championship? Anyone can fucking win the championship, bro. Paris champion. That, maybe not. Get in the car, guys. You've wasted 6 minutes. I still think Merc are going to be top 2, but McLaren, if the engine doesn't go, could be on for a good finish. Yeah, I mean, McLaren seem to have maybe better aero than Merc, but they're still trying to figure out that Merc engine because Merc are trolling them. Team A. Dual upgrades will start coming. Austria should shake things up. So Red Bulls basically just mudded after Austria is what I'm hearing. They didn't have enough tires to run for 3 hours. I don't care. Give them more tires. Get in the car. Maybe saying championship is over is a massive jinx. It always starts to be a battle for once people start saying it's over. Yeah, true. But let's just enjoy Formula One, you know what I mean? We've got stories every single week. We've got development race. We've got very solid races. What am I looking at? There's a Red Bull pop-up in Oxford Street. Why was I not informed of this, huh? Oracle pop-up in Oxford Street. That looks cool. I don't... Oh. I don't hear about anything anymore. What I just supposed I heard someone go over the curb in the background. And quality of the ones on one screen, quality in the other screen. Nope. We'll just be fully focused on quali. Everyone looks so upbeat for no reason other than the weather is nice. I reckon being a spectator would suck because it would be way too hot. I think Spain has a lot of covered grandstands. I remember there's a really cool grandstand in Barcelona where it like overlooks 2 corners of the track. It's really cool. But it's nice to see everyone so upbeat. World Cup over F1. Why not both, huh? Why not both? I'm 99% sure no F1 session clashes with World Cup. So how can we be saying World Cup over F1 if they don't even clash? That makes 0 sense. We just hating for the sake of hating now. You know what I mean? That's like saying breakfast over dinner. When are you ever eating breakfast at dinner time? Or dinner over dinner and breakfast? Why not enjoy both? Why not enjoy both? You can have them both in the day. You know them both in the day. You served the USA game. That was lit as fuck. Was it a good game? Watch the highlights. After.
Hi Ponden.
Sup,
Hope you're doing well.
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you for the amazing streams this year.
No worries at all.
Also just came from Brisbane now as we had family day of Virgin Australia 2 flights in one day.
Hell yeah.
Went with my mates to Kimmy go for 6.
And thank you so much for the 200 bits. Glad you had a good day. Can Kimmy over 6? I mean, it's possible. It's possible in Spain. If Kimmy does break Max's win record, that is... Honestly, I'll be honest. If Kimmy breaks Max's win record, that's more... That is better than winning the championship. And I will stand by that. Winning a championship... Kimmy winning the championship is about being consistent, right? You got 24 races. You just need to be consistently better than your teammate in the best car. Which, again, I'm not saying if he wins the championship, it's not good. Obviously, Kimmy winning a championship in his second year against the teammate he has with the field we have is insane. But to win 10 races in a row, right, with the teammate you have, with the field you currently have, specifically in the regulation cycle, new regulation cycle, not have any problems with like battery or engine or anything like that. Especially coming from Australia, Canada, Miami, Monaco, a lot of street circuits which are fucked. I honestly think winning 10 races in a row would be more of an achievement than the championship, in my opinion. Kimmy would be youngest world championship then? Yeah, world champion then? Yes. Ass over titties. Guys, are we titties or ass people in chat, huh? If I were to prefer one, I'd take World Cup. Mexico and Brazil will. Earlier this year, me and my dad were able to meet Valtteri Bottas at a cycling event. That's cool. Was that in Adelaide? Reckon the duo will screw over Racing Bulls more than Red Bulls. The midfield is closer. Never really thought about that. Probably, to be honest. But VCAP seem kind of clear of most of the midfield at the moment. Feet. Yep, I agree. Get the unks on the board right now. Maybe Kimmy won't break this record in current street, but he will win 10 in a row at some point. What is up with this 10 in a row crap? You're saying Kimmy will win 10 in a row at some point in his career. Do you know how hard it is to win 10 in a row? Lewis Hamilton, the greatest of all time, Mr. Consistent, Mr. Never Crashes for the, well, up until recently. His highest win streak is 5. 5. Max Verstappen had a mid teammate and a car absolutely clear of the rest of the field in an engine frozen error, and could only, again, not taken away from Max, could only get 10 wins in a row. How the fuck is it a even in our minds, of Kimi getting 10 wins in a row. You guys are ruining it. If Kimi on the 0.001% charts gets fucking 10 in a row, you guys have ruined it by asking the question after 3 race wins in a row. Because now we've been thinking about 10 race wins in a row since the third win. What broke the streak for Max? Was it Singapore? This is an action-packed FP3, so it's a thriller, bro. On this date in 1976, Jody Scheckter won the 1976 Swedish Grand Prix. The only win by a 6-wheel F1 car. Yo. Gelatum. It was Singapore, right? Yeah. Shout out to Singapore. Liam knocking Max out in Q2. And then the car being bumhole. Signs locking in. Arse. We're not going to start the arse versus booby debate right now. Also, getting 10 might be difficult if him and George just crash. Who's in box for fresh tires and safety car in the fastest car? What are you talking about? Are you talking about Abu Dhabi 21? Max got 9. I think Max got 10, didn't he? Why is no one going out? I think because the tires get shredded and they never have many tires left. Round of applause for Pirelli. Round of applause for Pirelli in chat, guys. Tung 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 Sahur. Any Tung 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 Sahur fans in chat, guys? Bro, come out and track. You're pissing me off now. I love watching the comments go to work trying to fill the void. That's me right now. Talk to me, guys. Talk to me. What did Pirelli do? Create shit tires for fucking 8 years. I love watching the commentators. Wait. 2023 Singapore is the only good thing about the 2023 season? Hell nah. Netherlands 2023. Post is always like this. No, this is particularly bad today. Are you losing it, bro? Yep. We've lost the prop. Probably troll us by extending to 2028 with this shit. This has been my favorite practice of the city. That's really good, actually. Wish McLaren just kept that livery for the rest of the city. Yeah, it's so much better. There's cars coming out. Audi. Wait, is it just been announced? Pirelli's extended. Paddock rumors suggest Fernando Alonso could make a shock return to Alpine in 2027 for a last dance with the team. Aston Martin's mid-season development will be crucial in whether Fernando Alonso commits to the project for another year. So I'm just having to scroll through Twitter seeing if there's any new news and stuff. Right. Okay, I'm closing fucking Twitter. Well, Kimi Antonelli has a high chance of beating Lewis Hamilton's win total in Formula One at this rate. Poor Browning, man. Poor Browning. 25 Spanish GP Barcelona Catalunya 2026 Spanish GP measuring the med ring said on the main track now. Exactly, chest by Speedy. Exactly. Above the stream, by the way, dude. Glendoria, they've developed on Pirelli. Pirelli Motorsport will remain the single tire supplier for the FIA Formula One World Championship until 2028, from the FIA exercising the option to extend the current contract by mutual agreement. The Italian company, of course it's Italian, will also continue as the exclusive tire supplier for Formula 2 and Formula 3 and F1 Academy until the end of 2028. Yay. Yay! The paddock's consensus is that tomorrow is 100% a 2-stop and could even be a 3-stop. Yikes. Alonso on track. We got a pink forest fruit sugar-free Red Bull today. This is one of the ones that Red Bull sent me. Again, never really drank this Red Bull before because I didn't used to drink sugar-free drinks. It's not bad, to be honest. It's very floral. Why nobody going out? Tires are too fucked, man. Do you think Audi could win a championship in the next 10 years? Yeah, I think it's possible. What Audi have done in other motorsport series is insane. I mean, even what they've done in such a short period of time in F1 is insane. Bro's not going back to Alpine. Hey, it's Renault, bro. It's Renault. What's up, Yellow Flash? Where was I up to in chat? Sorry, I was too busy looking at shit. Pirelli just doing their job? No, Pirelli doing a terrible job. You guys heard the England national team's team kits, boots, and other shit got stolen? No way. They're going to have to play naked. That would be pretty cool. Like, I can't watch F1 anymore without your watch alongs. Thank you so much. Hell yeah, appreciate you tuning in, Rapes. The only good thing about the 2023 was Lewis, Pole, and Budapest. That was good. That was good. It was extended the other day. Oh, why didn't I put it in Discord? CS2, very good. What's up, 5 guy? The same source said Max de Merck was a done deal last year. True, true. Wait, so I could be Lance Stroll's teammate. You could be. Imagine a Lance Stroll, Franco Colapinto, a lineup at Aston Martin. Oh my god. Too much Kimi glaze everywhere these days. It's not glaze. It's more just like, what's the word? Like underestimating achievements or under, I don't know what word I'm looking for here. Like, Like, you know, people do it with Max all the time. Like, will Max beat Lewis's win record? Like, the fact you're even thinking about that is disrespectful to Lewis. Do you know how hard it is to get to 100 and whatever the fuck wins in Formula 1? Do you know how hard it is to get like 200 fucking podiums or whatever it is? Do you know how hard that is? Sitting there, seeing a little 19-year-old who just hopped in a Merc and won 6 races in a row, what the fuck he's on, 5 races in a row, and thinking, oh, he might beat Lewis's win record. I'm sorry, it's just so disrespectful to Lewis and the record, in my opinion. Is it possible? Yeah. But it's also possible Liam Lawson could break the record. You know what I mean? Would you like 65 laps on hards instead? No. But no, I'm excited for the 3-stop. This is good. But when the drivers can't literally push the car to the max because the tires suck, that is bad. Probably won't sponsor Ponden in the future. I don't think Pirelli would ever sponsor me, lol. After people have I'm bored. Regarding the Monaco GP reinstated results, congrats to Gazzy for the Alpine podium. F1's YouTube channel now has to take down the videos showing every Red Bull driver to have at least been on the podium. Wait, have they taken it down? Your favorite is the Ice Varion? Yeah, I had that the other day. It has definitely moved up the list for sure. I've done F1 25, not that hard, bro. Okay. You should have seen Sainz's reaction when some reporter asked if Anthony can be considered the next Senna. Yeah. Bro, I need someone to love me the way you love Lawson. You just gotta open your mind to it, you know what I mean? Same with Victor Wembanyama. He is still so young, yet people expect so much from him. I also hate the Kimi is the next whoever comparison. It's like their own achievements mean nothing, yeah. The thing is, as a Max fan, I think Kimi is the next Max. I think is a shit comparison. Do you know why? Because Max was stuck at a 3rd place team for 5 years. 5 years, bro, was stuck at a 3rd place team. The best he could do was a couple podiums here and there, a win maybe once a year. He was stuck at a 3rd place team for years. He built himself up. He became the most consistent driver in 2020 and has been the most consistent driver since then. Meanwhile, Kimi, again, nothing against him. That's the way Formula 1 works. Gets given a championship winning car in his 2nd season. And then we're like comparing the two and it's like, I'm sorry, but my opinion, you put 2017 2nd season Max Verstappen up against Kimi Antonelli. I'm sorry, I think Max Verstappen absolutely whoops Kimi's ass. But people with no brain cells will sit there and be like, no way, Kimi got 5 wins. Or probably at the end of the season, 10 wins in his 2nd season. Max got 1. And it's like, we're not even comparing fucking people anymore. We're just comparing cars. They're building their own legacies. Stop with the next insert name. Also can't compare them because the different eras of car. Yeah, different era car, different grid. Fucking what? Jolyon Palmer's on the grid when Max was racing. And now we've got an amazing grid. What's up, Fish? Kimi is the next Kimi, exactly. Which Kimi we're talking about, though? Kimi Raikkonen, Kimi Antonelli. Both McLaren's and Sainz reporting engine issues that American still doesn't like warm weather. It's pretty premature to start comparing him to other people like that anyway, right? The real test is time plus consistency. Zandan, name of the bullet. I had an alternative universe where Max got picked by Merc and we see Lewis Max at Merc from 2017-2020, imagine. That's stupid to compare right now. At the same time, shading Kimi just because he got a rocket Merc, that's stupid as well. He was on par with Max. That's why Toto trusted him. Yeah, I agree. I wasn't shading Kimi, by the way. It's more like, I'm more just like, what's the word? If someone's going to overrate someone, I need to bring them back down to reality. I rank the drivers like this right now. Max, Lando, Charles, George, Kimi, Oscar, Lewis. Currently, Kimi can be higher than everyone. What is that list bank based off of, though? Are we talking form? Are we talking all time? Are we talking both form and all time? Here comes George. 410 stuff in 2 sectors. Russell needs to bounce back. We've been saying that for a few weeks now, but he needs to bounce back. It's the same with people saying Arvid is the next Verstappen. They're building their own career. Why compare them? And tell you 2 tenths down now. Right now. If I had to rank the grid off of all-time skill, all-time skill slash talent, the current grid off of all sky type of skill slash talent, I would go Max P1, Lewis 2, Alonso 3. Then I'd go Leclerc. Then I would go probably Norris. Then it gets fucky with people like Sainz and Perez. Then I'll go Sainz. Then I'll go Russell. Then I'll go Perez. Then I'll go Piastri. And then fuck the rest of the list. But if I'm ranking current form, I would say still Max. I still think Max is the best driver on the grid if his car is good. I would go, honestly, right now, Kimi P2. I still am got question marks on Kimi of, is Russell just shit / unlucky? But let's just go Kimi for now. Then I would go, honestly, I'm still going Norris P3. I think in current form. Then I'll go Lewis. Then I'll go Russell. Then I'll go Leclerc. I think Russell's been very unlucky. Leclerc's been poo. And then Piastri behind them. You could argue Gasly, Liam, Arvid, and Merman could slot in that list, but I'm just talking off the top guys right now. Ziesel, they develop. I mean, yeah, I'd probably put Gasly above most of these guys, to be honest, in current form. I'd probably put Gasly above. I'd probably slot Gasly in P3 above Norris in current form. I'd probably slot Liam. Nah. No, but then it's like, just like I put Max P1. I don't know. That's hard, man. Gasly's in good form, though. Hot take, I don't think Russell will bounce back. Lulu Lando fans are back. Can we fall off has begun? Is it strange that I don't care for Arvid at all? Like, can't find any reason to care about him being in F1. Really? I mean, he's Indian heritage, which we haven't seen in F1 since, what, Karun? Swedish as well. He is very young. He's the youngest on the grid. He's 18 years old. He is such a nice guy. Like, genuinely such a nice guy. He's had an amazing rookie season so far. So, yeah, I do think it's strange. Lewis is 1. Stop the glaze. You glazed Lewis though, so it balances out. Very good point. Rankings. If all 22 drivers on that Merc, who do you guys think comes out on top? Max. Lewis won, the same guy who got beat by a YouTuber in equal cars. Max Leclerc, no crash. Lewis Alonso. Current form, Lewis P1. What, the man who was 15 seconds slower on hards in Monaco? Yep. Yep. Lewis ahead at this stage. Also depends if Kimi can be consistent though. That's the thing. Like, oh, hello. Oh, Bottas! And he's stuck. And he's stuck. This is why you sit in the garage, man. This is why you sit in the garage and don't do practice. Now look what you've done, bro. Look what you've done. This is why you don't leave the garage. What's he done? Good work, bro. Can this man get fired? I actually don't care for Bottas. Was always a mid driver. Is poo this season. Give Fornaroli that seat. Even though the car sucks, give Fornaroli that seat, please. Bro's got a fake Red Bull cap on. Get that off. You ain't an athlete. What's he done? Has he broke it on the curb? No way he's broke the suspension on the curb. What? So he went over the curb and the brake pedal vanished. General Motors, the ghost of General Motors came in and took it from the cockpit. Nice. Bro could have at least turned for the corner, man. Bro could have at least turned for the corner. That's kind of whack. That's kind of whack. Max of the boat would repeat 2023. What's about that? Norris currently 6th. Come on. Nah, Norris is good. I think I would have chosen Russell Leclerc over Norris before last season. You guys are really underestimating Lando at the moment, I think. Lando's been really good this season. He's just had so many fucking problems. If they all go out in FP3, couldn't they use all their adrenaline up and not recover in time for quality? Wait, what? Max is too old for this sport. Now that's bait. Mahitha Raghunathan was Indian too. Oh, he didn't really make F1, did he? Yeah, Bottas should just go to supercars. We can agree Macarena wing is the worst term ever created, right? Yeah, fuck that. Rotisserie wing would have been so much better. Bottas is actually worse than Stroll currently. I can't lie, I gotta agree. Hey, I haven't watched F1 at all. Who's the best driver right now? Kimi Antonelli's the best driver in the sport right now. I was going to carry boat. Well, it depends what you're asking a lot in terms of talent or form / on top of the game. I mean, Kimi's at the top. Hype on a race car drivers, athletes. I have lots of friends that say they aren't. Of course they're athletes. Their heart rate runs at 170 BPM while they drive for 2 hours. Their body endures things that other sports athletes don't endure. Yeah, their body might not be moving much, but their body is under an insane load. Do you think Stroll ever gets dropped, or are they gonna wait until he wants to go? I don't know. I don't know why Aston Martin haven't dropped them. I know his dad runs the team, but like, come on, bro. Only Pixel installed the brakes on the Cali and Moser brake. Touch resume in a minute. Any thoughts about the Ferrari performance this weekend? I expect him to be where they are. Apparently Lewis had no straight line mode yesterday, so we'll see what he's like today. Do you think the season would be closer if F1 only used the new chassis but kept the old engine ratios? I actually have no clue, to be honest. That's a harder question. Do you think if Aston Martin make a championship-winning car, Stroll gets priority over his teammate? If he's leading the championship, yeah. Only opening cases of sport. Exactly. There's a MotoGP rider who posted on Insta his heart rate was at like 180 to 190 for 2 hours, which is insane. Yeah, they're basically running. Do you think I could hire Stroll to come to my B-Day party? He wouldn't want your money, so no. I'm only making an assumption, but I'm not even sure Stroll is having fun anymore. It feels like Dad wants to live the dream of being an F1 driver. A little bit. A little bit. Like, I can't tell what Stroll's motive is in F1. Like, he just kind of mopes around all day. Alright, session resuming. He seems a little more interested this season, weirdly enough. A little bit, yeah. That's why Bottas' weekend beat in Perez in both sessions. Yep. Stroll there for the 24 holidays he gets. I'm 22 actually. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. I dare you. Dun, 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 dun. Less than 3 hours until the month starts. What's up, Joe? Still 20 mins left. What a session. This session's been so good, actually. I've actually really enjoyed this session. Who just unfollowed? Who just unfollowed? Name yourself. Wait, we got clutch gameplay? We're gonna have to watch that. A bunch of news came out about it past couple of days. About clutch, yeah, we'll have to have a look. Why was there a red flag? By the way, Bottas lost his brakes and ended up in gravel. Is there no chance of them replacing the cancelled race anymore? Looks like Saudi might make its way back on the calendar, either in between Madrid and Singapore to make a triple header, or at the end of the season, they're going to push Abu Dhabi back and slot in Saudi. Joe His, stay with the follow. Joe, is it Joe His or Joe one his H one is? Who's a future star from F2? I need to invest early in their signed cards. Fortaroli, I think, if given the chance in Formula One, will be an elite driver. He went back-to-back F3, F2 champ. You know, obviously the last person to do that was Piastri. Currently, Kamara is in the same boat. He won the F3 championship, and he's currently leading the F2 championship. He's getting pole position every single week in his debut and in his rookie season in F2. So Kamara's the lead. He got Rookie of the Year globally last year. Other than that, like, there's no one really, like, amazing. Like, Solov will probably make F1 just because Red Bull. Dunn might make F1. Other than that, like, yeah, I mean, Freddie Slater. Freddie Slater's probably another one who'll make F1. He will probably be like an avid Lindblad. Like, he'll sneak his way into the sport with like some decent results, and then we'll see what he's like. Honestly, fuck off Bottas for Fornaroli. Fuck off Behrman. Sorry, fuck off Ocon for Kamara. Fuck off Stroll for, I don't know, Boyer. I don't know. No, not Boyer. Someone. And you got a solid grid. How's dust in your eyes, bro? You got a visor. Just close your eyes. Just blink. Didn't Fornaroli also do the same? Yeah. Fornaroli did really, really well last in F3 and F2, and then he did really good in his practice session yesterday. Fornaroli's cooked since he's with McLaren. They don't have a spot for him. Yeah, but he can be loaned out. I think Fornaroli's in a good spot in the sense that he's with a top team, so he's learning a lot from them. BYD Joe, make it happen. Boyer's ass, don't even. No, I just said Boyer because he was the first person who came to mind for me for Aston. I guess Hulk 2 will probably retire in a couple years. Yeah, Hulk's an interesting one. I can see him being an Alonso of just like, I haven't put my leg up on stream like this in ages, but I need a poo. I can't lie. I can see Hulk being like an Alonso of the sport, like kind of just staying around for ages. So yeah, I think Freddie Slater will probably end up replacing Hulk in 2 to 3 years if Hulk decides to retire at a normal age. Leg reveal. Build your duh. Anyone driven a bit BYD? I went to a BYD event 2 years ago, I think it was, or last year. I think it was last year, actually. I'm not gonna lie. BYD grew on me. I didn't know anything about BYD before I got invited. When I got invited by BYD, I was like, what the fuck's this car company? And then I went, and yeah, the car's really nice. I really like the price. I like that they're making cheap cars that are actually good. BYD seem to be cooking, but then again, if you look at the fucking, what's the word? Accounting? What's the word? Spreadsheets? They're so much in debt. Yeah, the BYD Leopard 8, it's a beauty to drive. It's really nice. How many? I saw the launch event I was at was the BYD Surf Shark, or what the fuck it's called. No, not Surf Shark. BYD Shark. Something Shark. No, BYD Surf. I don't know why I was calling it Shark. I was going Cakehead. To be fair, it's already one of the more skilled grids we've had in the sport. I think this is the best grid we've had since 2012 or whatever year I think I said it was. Like, every driver in the grid is either amazing, really, really good and has potential, or is a rookie that, or like a young driver that like has a future, if that makes sense. Sorry, has potential. The only mid-tier drivers on the grid is Bottas now. Like, obviously, Bottas is a multiple race winner, second driver, world constructors champion. So, like, he's not bad, but he's pretty poo right now. Stroll, obviously, but whatever. And then Ocon. On that, like, it's a really solid grid. Colapinto has turned around the last couple of weeks. We'll see what he's like this week, but yeah. Like, you think back to 2018, like, fuck me, you had Pedro Pascal, you had fucking Palmer, like you had all these just absolute stinkers, like F1 2017 F1 grid. Yeah, like you had Brendan Hartley. Like, don't get me wrong, Brendan Hartley, Giovinazzi, like these guys went to WEC and have done well, but in F1 at the time they were just mid. Hartley, Giovinazzi, Ericsson, Kvyat, Verline, Jolyon Palmer, Stoffel Van Dorn. In my opinion, Magnussen and Grosjean. Ocon, like, it's just a mid-grid, bro. Like, I guess my point is, maybe we'll look back at this grid and be like, wow, these guys are all shit. But, like, you look back, like, Brendan Hartley did nothing in F1, Giovinazzi did nothing in F1, Ericsson did nothing in F1, Kvyat did nothing in F1 but get one podium. Verline did nothing in F1. Palmer ended up becoming a great commentator. Van Dorn did nothing. Magnussen did nothing. Grosjean did nothing. Like, Ocon's done barely anything. Like, it was just a mid grid. But then Hartley's gone to WEC. He's doing really well. Giovinazzi's won WEC. The championship and Le Mans. Ericsson's won Indy 500. Verline's done really well in Formula E. Van Dorn. Yeah, like. Bad F1 driver is still a good driver. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think Red Bull should also sell their own coffee beans. What? I don't think Red Bull want to associate themselves with coffee in the slightest. The academy seems to have really improved the talent pool. Yeah, Verline deserved to be on the grid. What do we think of Dino? I like Dino. He's a good driver. But he's not been amazing enough to get a seat on the F1 on the grid just yet. I am Tom. Name the volley. Dog, I lost almost 33k channel points on Russell prediction from FP2 yesterday. I really don't think Stroll was so bad. He just drives no confidence. Yeah, I don't think he's as bad as some people make him out to be. I still think Stroll's better than Latifi, Mazepin, even Schumacher, to be honest. Sargent. Russell 8/10 up. Okay, bro. Is Lando getting a penalty later due to using his batteries up? I don't know. I've lost count. Is Lando getting a penalty? Wait, I read that. I need a poo, guys. Can the session end? Well, Norris had a purple sector 1 and then just lost 2/10 in sector 2. Piastri goes up to P2. Only 2/10 off. That's not bad. We're getting some quality runs now. Do you think the V8 regulations in 2030 could bring new teams with less funding due to hybrid engines? I have no clue, to be honest. I'm not good when it comes to like the internals of cars and stuff. Do you see Ferrari doing well in quali, or do we see McLaren above them? I think McLaren easily above Ferrari this weekend. Ferrari was only going to be good last weekend because of Monaco. That was their one chance to capitalize. Good to see he still hasn't found fiber. Dude, do you not poo? Do you not poo in your day? Have you never pooed before? You realize I stream for 6 to 8 hours. Do you want me to force a poo out before I'm live? Once a day is normal. I'm going poo for the first time today. Do you understand that? Every morning. Bro, I can't control my poos. My sleep schedule is all over the place. My eating schedule is over the place. I can't poo every morning. Sometimes I do sit on the toilet and I'm like, I'm going to squeeze a poo out before today's stream. Today, didn't feel like it. Now I feel like I need a poo. Drink some matcha, broski. Okay. Why are you losing the Aussie accent? Am I? How did the conversation go from F1 to poo? Because I said I need a poo after this. And Don's on top comes in with the, bro doesn't eat fiber. Bro has no fiber in his system just because I need to do a poo. Russell has had a struggle with the low speed corner the past couple of weeks. So yeah, Barcelona should be really good for him. Women don't go poo. I imagine women just poo like rabbits. Like, oh, little raisin pops out. You're blocking Stroll, bro. This poo scheduled talk is top tier content I tune in for. Exactly. Fiber is what makes you go more. What is this guy about? That's what I'm thinking. That's what I always thought. I was like, isn't fiber make you go poo more? But Don's on top. His logic is if you have fiber, you can control your poos. Oh, I forgot to fucking charge my headset. I'm pissed off. Mods lock in with that emote. What is that emote? What is that emote? Huh? Wait. I'm gonna, even though you're not mod Exapass, I'm gonna give you 7 TV perms. I'll give Sunrise perms as well. I'm assuming you're the goat of emotes on Oni's stream. How do I add a mod? Editors? Manage editors. Add editor Sun Rai. Okay. And then Exapass. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. Pending. What do you mean pending? Too much yapshadis. Shut your mouth. Your mouth moving like a rat. I'm late. What's the core? The core? I'm more interested in the mid-pack teams. Mid-pack teams for quali than the top, since I assume Merc is throwing down. Bruh. Pending because we need to accept. You need to accept being an editor? What the fuck is that? Express will know what all the emotes we do. Okay, one rule though. One rule. Sunryan and Express. You are not allowed to make an emote replace a normal word. Alright? So like, for instance, if you're going to add an emote for Lindblad, it can't just be Lindblad. It has to be Lindblad with 3 Ds on the end or some shit. Like, that Bottas one pisses me off. Change that right now. Is he still crying? Is he still crying? Oh my god. Can this guy chill out? That shit pisses me off, dude. I've already said, if I go to streamer's chat and every third word is a fucking emo, I can't. Bottas? Oh, rest in peace, the non-7 TV users. How's it going? Legatus above the stream, dude. Tuning in for the first time this morning, straight into poo chat was not on my bingo card. What's up, Twigler? That's the normal round here. They call my nickname is Ponden after all. Ba 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 ba. Max Verstappen. I can't believe you guys called Oni fat yesterday. I'm really disappointed in all of you. Why is his head just so far back? From the sounds of it, he's struggling with the car. Run a poll. How many times a day? Timing's broke. Thank you. No, they didn't. Oh, they're just broken on OBS. I don't think they were broken. Max and Isaac complain about the Red Bull's balance all weekend. I've heard that for the last 3 years. Every single week for the last... since 23, so 24, 25, 26, yeah, 3 years, it's just, my gear shifts are unsynced. My car is not balanced. Traffic. Yeah, not bad luck there for Charles, you're right. McLaren and Fry actually pretty close. Lewis is fucking nowhere, though. Can Kim K come back? Wait, oh, it says race. Why did no one tell me it said race? Why did no one tell me it said race this whole time? I don't even blame myself for mistakes. It's your guys' job to tell me. What manufacturer team are you supporting for WEC later on today? BMW and Cadillac have surprised me this season. I don't know why, I've just like naturally been attracted to Ferrari and WEC. I think it's the aura of that car. How's it our fault? You should tell me, bro. How did I have race on screen that whole time? Thank you, Weeds. We should mod Weeds in spite of everyone who didn't let me know. Our jobs is pay involved. No. It's just your guys' jobs as the viewer. We look at you, not the timer. Or you should look at the whole screen, bro. Kimmy Pace is gone, bro. Used it all in Monaco. No, he got blocked, man. He got blocked, remember? He got blocked. Why is that photo at the Grand Prix? I can't. Alright, guys, we've got 1 minute left to practice 3. I need a poo. Let me stand up. Anyone doing a fast lap to end it? Let's see. I think the track's completely fell off anyway. I'm not predicting this will happen. I'm not saying this will happen. But watch Russell. Watch Russell now win the next like 5 races. And everyone starts conspiracizing. Thank God the emote is fixed. Alright, well that's it for practice 1. Let's wait for these final runs to come in. Making up words now. That's what I do out here, bro. I'm a lyrical miracle. The problem for Russell is he needs Kimmy to not finish second every time to really make up for the points. Yeah, but there's fucking, what, like 15 races to go this season? 15 times 7. Not saying he's going to win 15 races, but just an example. That's 105 points. Actually, to be fair, that's a big deficit. What the fuck? Kimmy also hasn't had bad luck yet, other than his race starts. It'll be fun to see who wins the battle of the young, Bottas or Alonso. Kimmy most overrated driver ever, you reckon? It is sad because Kimmy's doing really well, but he is getting really overrated, which really ruins it, in my opinion, spoils it. Kimmy already washed at 19 years old. Low-key kind of want to see what I look like with no beard, so I'm hoping Russell does lose the championship. It's giving me an excuse to shave it all off for content, you know what I mean? A question for Juan. Will the rising Juan in Formula 1? I have one question for Juan. Alright, guys, that is it for FP3. Thank you guys all for tuning on in. Little rundown of the group. We got Stroll in last. Not surprised. Play foghorn sound. I need to get a soundboard set up. Bottas in second last. Bottas, Alonso, then Perez. They've got Albon at the back of the midfield. Interesting. We've got Behrman, Ocon, Haas looking good again. Then Sainz at home. Colapinto and Gasly right next to each other. Lawson, Bortoletto, Lindblad, Hulkenberg best of the rest. So it looks like Audi and VCAL fighting for best of the rest. They've got Hadja, 3/10 off of his teammate. You've got Antonelli, 8/10 off of his teammate. He got blocked on the final lap. And then Verstappen, they've got Hamilton, 5/10 off his teammate. They've got Norris, Leclerc, and Piastri literally neck and neck. And then Russell on top by 2/10. I'm excited to see what qualifying's like. I do think Mercedes is favorite. But McLaren always turn it up in quali at a track like this year. So we'll see what happens. And I don't think Ferrari are going to be in the mix. I know. I'm interested. I'm interested to see what it looks like. But guys, that is it for practice 3. Thank you all for tuning on in. If you enjoyed, be sure to follow down below. Let's pay out the predictions for George Russell. Wow, no one really predicted George Russell. Take the L. Yeah, guys, if you enjoyed, be sure to follow down below. We're going to be staying live. We've got F2 in 45 minutes, apparently. And then we've got F1 qualifying later. And then we're going to watch on the WEC 24-hour Le Mans. But guys, if you're watching YouTube, come join us on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Ponden. We're going to be staying live. We're going to be watching some videos, doing some different stuff. So come join us. But YouTube, if you enjoyed, be sure to follow, subscribe down below. Be sure to like. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next one later on today for qualifying. Bye bye, YouTube.